Hi everyone, I keep being asked about distressed assets and why do I buy them? I buy a lot of distressed assets up and down the country. So let me explain why and why I think for some of you it may be a very good strategy. Well, first of all, what are they? Well, these are properties that have had some trauma, as it were, with them. In other words, perhaps they're part finished and haven't been completed because the person's run out of money. It could be that probate, something like that, or it could just be that they're just fed up and want to sell them as quickly and as easily as possible. So they're properties that have got an opportunity to make money. So you're buying them at a discount to open market value, basically. Where do you find them, these types of properties? Well, you find them in auctions, very much so, and of course my auction book will be very useful on that score. You also find them with administrators and receivers. These are people who take over the properties once someone has gone bankrupt, and their job is to sell the property and distribute whatever funds there are left to the creditors, and normally it's a bank. So a bank mortgagee it's called, and they will be the ones who force people quite often to sell the property, and it ends up in an auction. It may not always end up in an auction. It could be that it ends up initially with an estate agent, but if there's issues and problems with the property, normally from there it will eventually drop into an auction. And there's 4,000 properties in auctions every month, so lots of opportunities there. Why you should buy these assets, or why some of you should look into buying these assets, is because they are at a discount. They're cheaper than they should be. They will need work doing to them, and if you're prepared to do the work, then there can be some really good profits to be made out of this type of property. There really can be. So, what's the downside? What are the risks involved in doing these projects? Well, of course, someone else has probably already failed. So that's the first thing. And you don't want to be the second person to fail. So you do have to be careful. You need to check it very, very thoroughly that what the work that has been done correctly, for instance. Have building regulations been adhered to, and all the rest of it. So there are risks in this, but because there's risks, there's more profit on the whole. And of course you can de-risk this type of investment or this type of deal by bringing in someone who is like a consultant, someone like myself, for instance, who's got experience in dealing with these types of property, if you feel you need some support. So there you have it. You can benefit from hopefully my books as well, and of course my masterclass, which I think is my next one's the end of November. Good luck with your looking and trying to find and dealing in distressed assets. Well worth the effort. Good luck.